Hey everyone, how you doing? We're live. It is Wednesday, 21st of December. I've been running around, checking on my son, going grabbing his thermal socks and stuff. Just quickly recorded 3 quick videos. One of them was impromptu about SEO keyword research, which has just come out, by the way. Layer WP on Twitter, Ben, I think his name is. He does quite a lot of good stuff. Promoting stuff on WordPress on Twitter, and he mentioned something about this SEO keyword research tool, so I just quickly did a video on it because I quite liked it. Hey Gary, Pavel, Pickstar, John, and everyone who's coming in early. It's always nice because I can see your comments and I just let you guys talk while I'm just prepping and getting ready for stuff. But yeah, I just got to quickly put out this post. I've just got to quickly type here keyword research tool and blog title. Sorry. Obviously today, hey Brian, there is the Elemental Show Off 2022 award thing, which kicks off I think in about 4 hours, but I've got a pre-meet in about 1.5 hours for that. So, you know, jumping around inside of meetings. Yesterday I had loads of meetings. We sealed a deal on a client, by the way. Guess where my client's from? You are not going to believe this, right? Guess where the client is from. Guess where the client's from. I'm going to let you guess. So last night we made a deal with a client. Here's a clue. They are 3 hours behind us in time zone. So I'm under GMT or UTC London time. They're 3 hours behind. So we sealed the deal with a client, but we're only going to improve their homepage and some of their back-end optimization, see how it goes, and if they're happy, we then go and do the other pages. But we sealed a deal late. In fact, I sealed the deal at 30 minutes before midnight. 30 minutes before midnight. Yeah, what you got to kind of do, Gary, is look at that time zone, but you're probably in the right area, but it's not the right area, if that makes sense. They're not from Uranus. My God, if they were in Uranus, Brian, right, it would be forever midnight, forever dark. Argentina, Buenos Aires, Buenos Aires, Buenos Aires. That's how you pronounce it. Argentina. I mean, what are the chances of that? Hey, what are the chances of that? Argentina for a client, which it made me laugh. It really, really, really did make me laugh, right? You know, and they've already paid, by the way, so it's not like a client, but they are the deal goes dead or whatever. So they've already paid. In fact, because their website is live. And that's the other thing as well. Please don't forget to hit like if you've not hit like already. Because their website is already live. Cheers, Pickstar, for that. Buenos Aires. Because the website's live, I've said you got to pay 75% up front. Don't forget to hit like. And that is something I would also recommend a lot of you please do think about. You know, if like... you know, if you are, sorry, I've just got to shrink my window down a little bit here because my window is now getting in the way. If you're building a website and the website's not live, or you're doing some SEO improvement or whatever, you know, optimization, anything like that, and the website is not live, 50-50, or Buenos Aires. Aires. Buenos Aires. Got it. Aires. Thanks, Pickstar. You're always good with your pronunciations. How do you pronounce Uranus? 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 So if the website is not fully live, you can get away with 50-50. 50 up front and then 50 later, right? If, however, the website is live... I don't like to do 50-50. I now go with 75-25. Here's why. The website's live, right? I could do loads of improvement. They could take backups and never pay me again and disappear or whatever. And I have no, you know, almost like protection over what I've done. So when a website is live, I shift from 50-50 to 75-25. And 9 times out of 10, yeah, thank you, Pickstar. It does need attention. I ate something really chilly hot yesterday, so trust me, it does need attention. Like, it hurts even now. But 99% of my clients, when I do that, understand, because they want to work with you anyway. And if you know a client is really like, no, your price, no, I'm not sure I want to spend that amount, there's no point even going to the 75-25. But when you know a client is ready to work with you, and I think what was good was after I spoke to the developer, they then spoke to the client. Within 5 minutes, they came back and they were like, yeah, it's a go. So that's all good. That's all really, really good. In fact, I need to send them an invoice. I've just remembered I need to send them a proper invoice. I have just remembered I have not done that. Invoice to Buenos Aires. I've got to do that, right? Yeah, it is on fire, Brian. And you know what, Brian? It hurts sometimes. You know when it hurts? It's just not good. So I've just put out a video 5 minutes ago about a keyword research tool that someone popped out to me. Yeah, sorry. So how is everyone? I mean, it's Wednesday. It's middle of the week. Yeah, it was really red hot chilly, mate. Way too. But it was nice as well at the same time. How are you all doing at this midweek point? Are you winning? Are you losing? Remember, though, that you are now getting to the point where Christmas is just around the corner. You know? Christmas is just around the corner. Are we still live? We are live, aren't we? We are live. We're not. The screen did not go black. Can someone let me know if the screen suddenly goes black? Because I'm clicking on stuff here. And I've just realised that I nearly shut down the whole live chat. That could have been bad. That could have been bad. Yeah, so what was I going to say? Yeah, so this week has been really, really busy. Like, it has been hectic. It's been really hectic. Hey, David, yeah, my son he's kind of okay. He's just coughing a lot. And it's mainly late at night. You know, it's mainly late at night. You know, and early in the morning. But then he's generally okay during the day. And then sometimes he kind of coughs and doesn't cough and all of that. Last day today for Eugene. Vishnu Patel. Website review. Ooh, is that? Are you saying that because you want a website review? I mean, if anyone does want a website review, you know the drill. You got to email me on that email link over there. But yeah, it's this has been a very, very busy week. I'm telling you. And the Elementor 2022 awards that is happening later on today. There's a part of me that wishes it wasn't, because I'm now juggling loads. I need to set up a meeting with the Birth for AI people. I'm struggling to make time with it. I've got to speak to the Atrim AI people. I've had to push that meeting back till tomorrow. Yeah, I'm juggling a lot. And the reason being is when I have a couple of jobs that I committed jobs that need to be done, I like to get them done. You know, I have this philosophy whereby I don't like to leave jobs. I don't like to say, oh yeah, we'll do your job next week, 2 weeks' time, 3 weeks' time. If I know I can get it done, it might mean I don't get much free time. But if I can get it done and the money's in the bank, I feel better like that. I feel good like that. That's just the way I am. That's how I've always been. And one of the things I've always said to people I've worked with and managed is, when you have 10 tasks on your to-do list, 10 tasks, look at your tasks, identify what is critical, you got to do that. But everything else that is not critical, what's the quickest you can get done? So you got, of your 10 tasks, 1 is critical, get it done. You got 9 tasks left. Of those 9, rank them in terms of speed and quickness to complete. So let's say these 5 here, they're going to take 15 minutes each. 15 minutes each. And these 4 might take 2 hours each. Get them done. Get them done. They're done. You're satisfied your client, your customer, they are done. They're happy, boom, paid, move on. These ones, you know, and then you do them. By the way, hey SI, hope you're okay. How are you? I was going to check something and I've forgotten what it is now. I was going to check something. What was I going to check? Oh yeah, Facebook. I got to post something onto Facebook, don't I? So, today's going to be busy. After this, I've got a pre-meet with the Elemental people. Then we've got the live chat thing, and that goes on for about 2.5 hours, and I have to sit in all of it. I can't just jump in and out. And I would recommend, I hope a lot of you are there, and I will post a link to it as well in our Web Squadron Facebook group. And then probably later tonight, and then most of tomorrow, I'm going to be working on this Buenos Aires website. I have to say, though, I've got to say now, the website is awful, but the client does not want to change the look of it. They just want to optimize it, which is a bit of a tricky thing, really, because the page speed score is about 17%. But that's because there's no optimized images. They haven't custom loaded the fonts. They haven't done the CSS and JavaScript minification or anything like that. There's no optimization going on. They've used a mega menu plugin, which I don't think they need to when I see what they've done, and you're better off building it from scratch. So there's lots of room for improvement, but I did make clear to them that I cannot promise that your score's going to go up, because I don't know the full history of your back end or your front end. Right? We're going to do our damn best, but I am not promising you 95% or even 80% or even 70%. I made clear to that. Right? I'm looking at your website. I've done an inspection of your scan WP and all that. I can see your plugins, but I don't know what else is lurking in the background. So just because you know you are kind of good at working on SEO, don't say to someone, okay, yeah, I'm going to get your website up to 100. Unless you're using NitroPack, but then you're just cheating, right? I mean, come on. Why even take money if you're just going to put them on NitroPack and ludicrous mode? You are right, Brian. You are right. I mean, what I mean, though, is let's say the tasks are not dependent, right? Let's say the tasks are not dependent on the one before. So you kind of assess them. Obviously, you got to assess, you know, which ones you can do without hitting another. Hey, don't worry, Gary. Powell, do you have some kind of portfolio with websites you designed? Do I have some kind of portfolio? Well, not really. Not really. I mean, we had an architect one. We had an architect. We had an interior designer. But the thing is, Powell, if you watch the videos I've put out every day this week, I keep reinforcing. Hey, William. By the way, William, hey, how you doing? I got your email last night. Get in touch with me when you're available, all right? Just let me know when you're available. But could you assess... Do you want me to assess yours? Because now we're entering into the conversations of, like, one-to-one support. So we can look at your website. But if you want me now to start assessing your page speed insights, we are now moving into paid consultation work. So I can't do that live. But, you know, we could have a chat about that. Powell... The videos I've put out today, I've been very clear about the images. So the portfolio and images you have are going to kind of determine how you do your portfolio. It's a very open-ended question. It's like someone saying, do you make sandwiches? Yeah, I make sandwiches. So does everyone else. But what kind of bread is it? What are the contents? Lettuce with or without? Hey, Jimmy. How you doing, mate? Are you going to have mayonnaise or ketchup in there? Hot dogs, sausages, whatever. You know, are you going to put pasta in your sandwich, which wouldn't taste nice? So whenever someone says to me, have you got an example of X? I kind of go, that's too open-ended. And there is enough websites out there online for you to jump on and have a look at example portfolios. Just go on Google and type website portfolio example, and you will get loads of stuff. I don't build my own themes, John. I just use Hello. 99% of websites are Hello. "99% of websites are Hello." I just got to quickly reply to a comment that's just popped in here on our Web Squadron Facebook group, and I've just got to approve some people that are trying to join. I'm just going to put SEO AI, free SEO IO tool and blog title. Sorry, I've just got to quickly type this. Just bear with me. Just bear with me. I hate doing this. You know when I'm on a live chat and I'm trying to paste something. There you go, paste it right. Hey George, hope you're alright as well. If you're using Elementor, Hello is going to be your winner. If you're using Divi, you'll be using Divi. If you're using Bricks, it will be Bricks. If you're using Astra and you don't have Elementor Pro, it'll probably be Astra Pro. So I think a lot of it sometimes comes down to how comfortable are you with building out your own thing. Now, I've said it many times, directory websites, I always use the My Listing theme. One day, I may move away from that one day because it's so easy to kind of build at the moment with that. Right, just checking some of the comments that have come in. So I will post the link in the Web Squadron Facebook group, but please don't forget you got the Elementor 2022. There'll be a presentation on there by the Elementor people, the judging of the winner of the trip to Thailand and all of that. And by the way, the winner also gets Apple Studio. Like, what the heck? Why are they not giving me Apple Studio? They should send that to me. But they get Apple Studio. Hey Kumu, hope you're okay. Yeah, do you know what, George? This is the reason, George, I don't go majorly into Crocoblocks yet. I have to be honest. I find I could spend a whole day learning all the nitty-gritty bits and pieces, and it would take quite a long time. One day I will get there. One day I will get there. Hey, Dave Den. Vishnu's a tutorial for animation in website. Depends on what. Again, Vishnu, this is an open-ended question. What kind of animation? Do you just want the slides, entrance animation? Do you want scrolling effects? Do you want lotties? You know, it's a very open-ended. What was I saying before I started talking about that? Oh yeah, presentation for the Elemental show-off. You've got Daryl Wilson. You've got Reno from Living with Pixels, you all know him, and Daryl Wilson, and you got me. And I'm going to be talking about how can you create a perfect responsive website. So that's what I'll be talking about, okay? I'll be talking about that. I have to say though, Dave, the competition was fierce. So the final 5 websites that I had to determine who's my option for the winner. 3 of them were very, very close. They all had flaws. I will make clear though, all of them had flaws. And I was a bit like, why did they not change that? Why have they done that? Makes no sense. But one of them stood out like whoa, right, miles out there. And I loved looking at it, and but all of the results will be totted up and then they'll determine the winner. But I would be surprised if the one I picked does not win, just because of the look of it. But hopefully you'll see that. So Vishnu says, like those CSS background. Are you looking at the videos we've done, Vishnu? If you go to our YouTube channel and search for the word animated, you will see about, I don't know, 7-8 videos we've done for different animated effects. You know, animated effects. I agree with Brian. I think lotties are overrated. I find that lotties, there's too many lotties look the same, where they have that isometric kind of 3D kind of look like that. So I'm not a massive fan of isometric or Lottie images anymore. I don't know why my neck muscle hurts here. Ugh. I think I pulled my neck a little bit. I'm not going to show the website. You got to wait for the awards thing. I can't show it, Fat J. Can't show it. Because that would be giving away who I felt was the best out of the final 5. So I don't want to do that. I can't do that. I'd be breach of rules as a judge. Abdullah Rahman, how did you find your first client? It was, well, the first client was actually, believe it or not, our first client was Mark's wife. Oh no, hold on. As a web squadron, when we did our design agency, the first one was Mark's wife. Prior to that, when I first built my first ever website, I just heard of someone, no, what was it? Someone noticed me playing around with it, and then a conversation started, and I built a website for someone. It just happened, Abdul Rahman. It just happened. You know, you start, a conversation. Yeah, you are right, Brian. Like the dancing baby. Remember that? The Ali Mukbil dancing baby. How many websites had the dancing baby? Remember that one? From like 1998. The Ali Mukbil dancing baby. It was everywhere. You know? I'll post a link in the Web Squadron Facebook group in a moment, but it's I think it's 4 p.m. GMT that kicks off. I think I've missed a few comments. Hold on a moment. I was trying to vote. I would keep by the floor. Yeah, Dave. Do you know what I mean, Dave? Some of the websites, you look at them and you go, oh, that's nice, and then you spot a flaw and you go, or it's really good, and you get halfway and you go, why did you do that? What were you thinking? It's completely taken me like, no. So some of them had some big time flaws, and I was like, I was surprised they even entered it. I was like, what did you do that for? I think Lotties are overrated these days anyway. Hey Eddie, how are you doing? How much did you charge for my very first job? My very first website build was £70. And we are going back 18 years, okay? We are going back to 2004, when I was just very early on starting off, right? £70, okay? And for me, £70 there, and it took about 3 days, because it was a basic website. It was 3 days. £70 for 3 days work was like, hey, that's all right. That's all right. But this is very early on. Now, £70 will get you 30 minutes consultation time with me, and that's it. Hey, Fabric. Hey, Shaveen. How you doing? Yes, there is Pixar. Shall I get you guys the link? Do you want me to get you the link for it? Let me get you the link, right? There is a link for it. There is a link. Where's the link? Where is the link? Where's the link gone? Ah, here we go. Right, let me get you the link for it, okay? Oh, God. Ugh. Right, here you go. So you can either watch it on Facebook or you can watch it on YouTube. But if I get you the YouTube link, right? So here is the LA Mentor 2022 award. Right, there's the link for it. Okay. Yeah, so it's at 4 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. So it's 1.5 hours. 4 p.m. UK time, GMT. Go make sure you're there, because I'll be there. I'll be there for it. In fact, I need to check that link even works. Does the link work? Sorry, I might have... Did I momentarily disappear then? Did I momentarily disappear, everyone? I think I did. Momentarily. Because I clicked the link and I think I just disrupted the live chat. Just momentarily, okay? But it's live in 3 hours. So I would say, yeah. All right, Abdul Rahman, how many years did you work as a WordPress developer? I never worked as a WordPress developer. I was the head of business analytics in the NHS. I worked in the NHS. I did this as a side hustle until about 3-4 years ago. We made it more serious commitment. So prior to that, I had other job. I had other commitments. I just did it as a sideline, mate. I did it as a sideline, you know. Let me just put this. Make sure, right, you do join on. Is that the full link? Is that the full link? I'm just worried I'm pasted the wrong link here. Is that the full link? Hold on a minute. I've just got to post this in here into my Web Squadron group. Sorry, everyone. I've just got to post a link into the Web Squadron group. Just give me 10 seconds. Yeah, that's right. That's the link. That is the link. Let's post that. Let's hit post there as well. Cool. Okay, cool. Sorry, I just had to make sure that you can all see the link there. Eddie, when you say, will you get a price, what do you mean? Do you mean, will I get a price? Will I get paid for this? No. I can tell you now, do you know what I get from Elemental for doing this? For the judging? Judging? So review the websites, judge them, create a presentation and present. Loads of meetings galore I've had to attend. Nothing. I get nothing. I don't even get a t-shirt. I don't get nothing. Okay, I'm just doing this off my back. Anyone out there that thinks, oh, I get something, I get nothing. Hey, Andrew. Hey, Andrew, how you doing? No, Abdul Rahman. And here's the thing, right, okay? Let me tell you something, right? Let me tell you something, okay? Let me tell you something. You can become a big musician without leaving your day job. You can do SEO without leaving your day job. You can do loads of stuff without giving your day job. I won't win anything, Eddie. I won't win anything. I win nothing. Nothing. I make a big deal about value your time. Value your time. I've just given my time up like that. Here you go. Yeah, I'm not busy. I am busy. I'm telling you, this week has been non-stop. I'm kidding. Right now, when I'm doing this live chat, straight after this, I've got meetings and I've got to jump into stuff. And I've got a new client we secured last night. Got to do their stuff before Saturday. Got to get all that stuff done. So I've got, it's very non-stop with us at the moment. But back to Abdul Rahman. No, I didn't have to be a full-time WordPress developer. What you don't have to be. You can do other stuff. You don't have to be. Because remember, unless you're rolling it in work, why would you have to be full-time? Think about this, okay? For the first 10 years, yeah, I would say about the first 10, maybe even 12. First 10 to 12 years of WordPress, I was probably working on, right, in fact, I can tell you, right, for the first year, I only did two websites, right? After that, it started becoming a little bit more frequent. And by the time I got close to year 10, it was nearly one a month. Then around 2011, it started becoming one or two roughly a month, roughly. And there'd be some quiet periods. And I didn't need to do it full time. Unless you're going to spend 30 days building one website, I don't need to do it full time. I still had my day job. And my day job, I was doing 70 plus hours a week. Sometimes 90. I was head of a department, right? I managed staff. I had 20 staff under me at one point. I was meeting doctors, nurses, the government, stuff like that all the time. I was involved in a lot of key things with the NHS. But I made time to do my gardening. I made time to write books. I made time to work on websites. And that's what you do. You know, you make time. Everyone here, I bet, is busy. Everyone here is busy. But I bet you make time to go out with your friends. Or gardening. Or do something you like doing. And that's it. So if you're just starting off and you haven't got loads of clients, just take it easy. You know, watch, you know, put your fingers in different pies to make your income. And then the ones that work, you put more time into them. How many are there in the team? Well, there's 2 directors. We kind of do the bulk of the work ourselves, or I do the bulk of the website work. And we have other people we can rely upon. However, we don't need a big team. We don't need a big office. We don't need big overheads or employment costs or stuff like that. Just checking the comments coming in. Don't forget to hit like if you're not hitting like. You are right, Michael. It does build your cred. It does build your cred. And sometimes I think that can be more important, especially with a worldwide audience. I think that can go down really well. And the fact that I'm on there with Daryl Wilson and Reno, bearing in mind that when I was getting used to Elementor, very early on, I was watching their videos. I was watching Reno. I was watching WP Crafter. I was watching even Ferdy. I was watching Daryl Wilson. I was watching, what's his name? The WordPress building lab, Bjorn, can't remember what he does. WP Tuts. I was watching them. And if I'm now able to share the same platform, you won't get 20 Christmas videos from me, Ed D, but I might think about it. And by the way, Artie, I didn't say hi to you. Great to have you here. You know, nice little comment there from Michael. You know, he didn't really touch WordPress until 2016. Eddie didn't touch it until 2018. I have to say, though, I've never touched WordPress because it's not tangible. But I get what you mean. Abdul Rahman, can I join your agency? Why? Okay, Abdul Rahman, let me be really brutal now, yeah? Let me be really brutal, right? What can you offer me as an agency? And number 2, you come across as desperate. And number 3, there will be people out there that go, yeah, we'll take you on, but because we know you want work, we're going to give you $20 a website, and you'll agree to it. They'll make a profit, and you're getting paid peanuts. Do you know what I mean, Artie? Can you imagine touching WordPress? Why are my hands like that? I don't know. Can you imagine touching WordPress? Right, can you imagine touching WordPress? That'd be freaky. Hey, Inderpreet, how you doing? You snuck in. No, you didn't sneak in. You actually made some comments. Sorry, I didn't spot your name there. But yeah, but it's kind of, I do things a little bit different. I'm more, I don't know, expressive or crazy. But I also try to stay true as well to what I put out there. So I try not to do anything I wouldn't be using myself. Do you know what I mean? Exactly, Brian. $20 a website. That's like the Fiverr market. But if you start saying, anyone out there watching right now, if you start saying, hey, can I work for your agency? Hey, can I do this for you? Let me tell you now, and I'm not going to name names, because one of them last week is from the live chat. They're not here today, but one of them is from the live chat. And yesterday I had another email. I get quite a lot of these. Basically, it was a massive email about what they do, what they can do, where they've worked, example links, and how they really want us to work with us. They really want us to give them a go. They really want us to help support them. They want to work with us. They want us to give them our work to pick up. I don't reply to them. I'll tell you now, I don't reply. I used to. I stopped replying 7 months ago. Because I don't want to get involved in that. I don't want to hear about your sob story. Let me be honest here, okay? We all have bad lives. We all have problems. Family, kids, life, money. We all have problems, right? But I don't want to know about someone who's terminal in your family. I don't want to know that you lost your job. I don't want to know that you're struggling to pay. I don't want to know that you can't put food on. I don't want to know that. I don't want the guilt trip. I used to get the guilt trip all the time when I was head of business intelligence in the NHS. All the time. Oh, I can't do this because of X. Oh, I can't do this because of Y. Oh, this, oh, that. Excuse after excuse after excuse. And I can see through a lot of those excuses because some of them forget that I know them. I'm friends with them on Facebook, and I can say, you're bullshitting me, right? And they often come clean. But too many people contact me on Facebook and email, and they give me a massive sob story. And I mean a massive sob story, right? They sometimes go to the length of telling me about their wife who's terminal. And I feel sorry for them. I don't know if it's real or not, because I don't really know them. And I feel like, don't do this. The minute you put these kind of messages out there, someone will take advantage of you. Hey, you need money? I'll help you out. But this is what you're going to do, and this is what you'll get. And you're locked in. Don't do it. Don't start kind of like, don't get carried away with it. Just checking some of the comments down here. Dave got into using Elementor. I mean, Eddie got into it via Adam. Adam from WP Crafter was really good on helping me to start understanding a bit more about what I could and could not do with WordPress. So he was a good learning board. Pavel would like to make a video of some examples of how to present your website portfolio. Yeah, to be honest, Pavel, right, what I can say, is we're at a stage where we get word of mouth referrals and business and work by other sources as well, whereby I can honestly tell you now, I don't need to spend time or effort polishing up our portfolio on our website, and that's why I haven't. I put more of my time into video production, collaborating, helping people out on forums, working with our clients, finding new solutions and methodologies, bricks and stuff like that, all of that stuff. So we don't need to go overly crazy with it. What I would say, though, is you got to evaluate, what do you want to do? Do you want to have images? Do you want to have case studies? Do you want to have website mock-ups, so it's on like a tablet or a Mac or an iPhone layout? How do you want to do it? What you've got to do is look at examples. Go to Google and type website portfolio examples, and you will see loads. And you find one you like and you imitate, or you are inspired by it. Plain and simple. And I have a thing that there's a danger for me creating something that might not actually work. And what I say to people is you've got to find what works for you. You got to find what works for you, all right? Michael D, new video idea, how to ghost unwanted. Yeah, well, hey. No, should I tell you, right, what you do? Here's what you do, everyone, and I hope you're all watching and listening. Sometimes, and I'm going to admit it now, I will admit it now, and this is on camera. I'm not going to say the words. I just put 2 words back to them. I just reply with 2 words. F-O. I don't care what anyone thinks about me. I just do it. I'm like, go away. Don't care. Or I don't reply. I just don't reply. Because the minute you reply to someone begging to work with you, begging for you to give them website work, you open the door for them to come back to you. And I ain't got time for that. I get it on LinkedIn. Do you know how many people connect with me on LinkedIn? Oh, thanks for connecting. Here's my CV. I don't care. If I need someone to help me out, let me tell you now, if I get to a point where I need help or I need to outsource work, do you know where I'm going to go? Do you know where I'm going to go? I'm going to come here on the live chat. I'm going to ask you guys. I'm not going to work with someone I don't really know. I don't know most of you that well, but we talk, and I think we have a pretty good understanding. So I would probably want to work with you. Oh, do you know someone who can help me out? We need to do X, Y, Z. I've got a couple of projects. We've got too much on, short, delivery dates and all of that. I'd be reaching out to you. And I think that is something a lot of people have got to kind of get their head into right? You know, it's literally like me saying, I've got 50 people coming to eat tonight. I need someone to help me cook. Oh, you on the street, can you come in and cook? No, you're probably going to ask someone else, or ask one of your guests, or ask your neighbor. You know, you're going to want to speak to people who you're on the same wavelength, basically, right? Shavine, I started to watch about WordPress from Daryl Wilson and then Reno. Hey, there you go. So Shavine, you're going to get to see 3 of your heroes tonight on Elemental. You need to let that shit go. Did Buddha really say that? Did Buddha really say you need to let your shit go? Need to let that shit go? What, in the toilet? Right, so Inderpreet says, tell us about your first collaboration. Basically, it was someone who wanted to advertise that they were selling plant pots. Potted plants, not plant pots, potted plants. Very basic plant pots as well. And I basically helped them to create a 2-page website, very basic, HTML and CSS, with images, text. You couldn't buy, you had to contact them because they never fully knew what they had. And it had like details about where they live and all of that, blah, 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 blah. Very, very basic. But believe me, back then, we are talking about 2004, right? You couldn't walk into a room and say, hey, anyone here who can help me out with a website? Because we did have people that built websites in the NHS, but I'll tell you now, they were the laziest sods ever. If you went into the IT room, okay, and I don't mean to disrespect anyone here, but in the NHS, right, we had the IT department, right, and they had 5 people that worked there on websites. They're building the portals or the places where all the information sat, right? If you went in and asked them a single question, they'd be like this, oh yeah, let me just get my diary out, oh yeah, oh. You know, like even when they went to lunch, they were like this. When you saw them walk past the window to go to get lunch, they were like this, yeah. Even the females, they were like this, you know. They're the sort of people that if a car ran into them and knocked them all over, they'd get up and go, oh, thank you very much. You know, they were just, I don't know, they were headless. They were the headless bunch. So the fact that someone could walk in, and then when I built it for someone, and it was only £70, by the way, don't forget, took 3 days because I was still learning as well. So, oh, bugger, how do I do this? How do I do this? Going on to like Yahoo back then, right? Not Google, it was Yahoo. Ooh, how do I do this? How do I do this? And then you gain your confidence, and then someone else hears about it. He goes, oh, I would love to do a website where I'm talking about my life. Oh no, what was it? Their dad's life, that was it. Can we do a website with my dad's life? Yeah, okay, sort your photos out, you know, and all that. Then there was someone who had a landscaping business and they wanted to put on their photos because they wanted to shove cards through everyone's letterbox. And that's how it builds. That's how it built. You know? But it took time. I know, George. I know. I had a feeling, George, I was going to upset someone, but they were like this. Oh, no, yeah, we'll sort this out. No, buttons. They were like that, and I was like, flipping heck. Just tell me how I do this HTML button. Oh, buttons, so complicated. Like, friggin'. You know, and believe me, right, because I worked in business intelligence, right, sometimes they would come to me because they needed something from me, and I'd be like this to them: get lost, get out of here, get out of here. I ain't got time for you. I've not got time for you. Window lickers, Michael says. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, very true. Do you know what I mean? Well, they sit there and you can see their screen and they're like spending like half an hour just doing borders around Excel cells. Oh, yeah, let's do this border style. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's add this line. I'm like, what are you doing? It's like they're trying to play Snake. You know that game Snake? With Excel, because they're just drawing lines everywhere. Oh man, I tell you what, we are going off on many tangents today at the moment. We are going off on too many tangents. So yeah, if anyone is not aware of it, don't forget you've got the Elemental show-off event at let me get this right. In fact, I do have to just check my calendar because I have got a pre-meet at 1:30. Okay, cool. I got a pre-meet at 1:30 with them, just to check our cameras working, and all of that. You know, make sure everything is working okay. I'm a little bit not stressed, but a little bit annoyed that this client we secured a deal with last night, they paid up, the money's come through, but they haven't sent me their login detail. No, not their login. They haven't set us up with login. I don't like that. Once money is paid, I like to start the job. I'm raring to go now. I want to get on with it, right? I want to get on with it so that it doesn't build up where I'm now juggling 2 or 3 tasks on Thursday night kind of thing. But that's a little bit annoying. I just feel like, come on, send me the logins now so I can get started. Because we've agreed at the moment that we're going to get this done by the end of Friday. However, that is dependent on them getting me the logins before tonight. And if they don't get it to me tonight, the job might stretch onto Saturday. And if I'm honest, I don't want the job to stretch onto Saturday. I don't want the job to stretch. I'm not going to show you their website, but their website is god-awful, right? It's got a video as a hero banner, and the video, after it's played once, goes grey. They haven't even set autoplay up. There must be about 24 sections in the website. Some of the sections contain interactive 3D stuff. You know when you have like a car and then you click on it and it allows you to navigate around the car using 3D arrows and all of that, inside, outside, all of that. They've got a couple of those. I've explained to them that your page speed score is not going to go really high unless you rethink your layout and what you got on there. You know what they said? Yeah, but the client has said that's what they want. The padding on the website is non-existent, right? Everything is like up here and up here. Full on left, full on right. Literally like that, the words, right? There's no padding. Wait till you get to the mobile. Like, in a way, it makes my life a little bit easier because I'm just going to do their back-end improvements and just pray that it makes an improvement. Do I recommend any security plugins for WooCommerce? All-in-one security firewall plugin. Wordfence. Yeah, stuff like that. Stuff like that. We did a video on all-in-one security firewall and security plugin about 3 months ago. So there's a video you can watch on that. I mean, look. Hey, look, George, right? Yeah, I think Inderpreet's he really appreciates what you did for him and how you've helped him out. So that is all good stuff. Okay, everyone, look, we are coming up to 48 minutes, and I'm gonna make this one be. Well, no, we're gonna stretch for another 15 minutes. I think we're gonna stretch for another 15 minutes. iTheme security is good as well. I just find sometimes the security settings on a lot of these plugins are goddamn annoying. Like, there's loads of them you gotta, like, fill in and work with and all of that. Let me just approve someone who's trying to join the Facebook group. And someone else down here as well. Yep, cool. Oh, really? Okay, in fact, I think you're right about Wordfence, yeah. I think there were some vulnerabilities reported a while ago. Did you know, Artiv, Tiny PNG have got one? If you do a search for TinyPNG, TinyPNG now have a plugin that you can use to do it. It takes a long time. Do it, and then what you need to do is take a backup, install it, convert existing images into WebP, and then leave it for about half an hour. Just leave it for half an hour, right? Just leave it. Walk away, go and sit on the toilet, have a shower, I don't know, clean your belly button out, do something, okay? I have used Yellow Pencil. I didn't really like it. I prefer Microfiber or Site Origins CSS. Take care, Gary. Great to have you here. Hey, nice one, Eddie. I mean, SiteGround are really, really good. I love it. George loves it. There's a lot of people here that love it. Now, Andrew, you ask a very interesting question. I don't want to say no, but I don't want to say yes either. So take that as I've said it. The answer to your question, Andrew, is yes and no. Really basic website, I think with their SG security you're fine. If it's a WooCommerce or an appointment booking or a listing website, definitely yes. Because it's storing customer info and stuff like that. So you got to have a think about it. You need to have a think about that one. But yeah, SiteGround are really, really good. They're probably one of the best out there in terms of customer service, Andrews, maybe. Yeah, that's what I mean. If it's a really basic website, right, where there's no customer orders or anything like that, and you're keeping backups on your server and, whatever else, with the SG security, I think you could get away with it. But WooCommerce, appointments, anything like that, directory, anything that's got customer details or stuff like that, even if you're storing the elemental form, I would probably say if you're storing the elemental form submissions, I would go for it. But the SG security, the SG security, I've never really looked in depth into it, and maybe I should do at some point. Maybe I should look into it a bit more. How does it stand up against Wordpress and all-in-one security? Maybe I need to ask them a direct question. Thanks, Brian. I'm glad you like the music. It's just, I'll try and get some more. I think folk music seems to go down quite well. It's easy going, isn't it? It's pretty easy going. I could even increase the music just a tad bit there, the volume. Yeah. But I think I need to ask the question, don't I, to SiteGround. I've never really inspected it. And if anyone has, please do share it in the Web Squadron Facebook group. I think it'd be quite interesting to know how robust is it compared to all-in-one security and all of that. And what Pickstar says is very, very true. We've got host backup, and then we got our self-made updraft, login. Sometimes I do get pains in my chest, that. I hate it when I get pains in my chest. It's always worrying when you get a bit of a pain in your chest. It's not a nice, you have worried thoughts coming through your head. Yeah, I think it's come down, Shavine. I don't think it's 43% anymore. I think it's less than that. I think it's 39 now, or 38. I think it's a little bit less now. Innuendo backdraft. Ah, nice one, Big Star. So I hope I see a lot of you on the Elemental live chat. I don't know what else they're giving away. Well, there's an Apple Studio, there's a trip to Thailand, there's some other stuff as well. I mean, it's quite nice of them to do this. I've got to say, though, whoever wins, right, to get a trip to Thailand to WordCamp Asia, #1, right? Okay, a trip to that, paid for flights and all of that. Apple Studio, for what's that? For $4,500 worth of equipment you're getting there? Flipping heck, right? That is a killer prize, right? I wish they gave it to me, but I'm not going to get jack, am I? You know, I'm not going to get jack for that. In fact, I don't want jack, because unless Jack brings Jill, then that's different. Anyway. Look, I'm going to give everyone a 2-minute warning, mainly because I do need to make sure I preserve my battery life and make sure my phone is all charged up, because I got pre-meet, and then we got our later on meet at 4, so I've got to just make sure everything is fully charged up. That was a shortlist, Artif. Oh, right, Artif. Good answer. Right. So for every category, and I think there were 5 categories, they announced the winner of each category. Of the winners, they are now the final shortlist for the big prize, the Thailand prize, basically. So yes, you are right. Hey. No, what is it? Fortune and glory, that's what Indiana Jones says. You know, you stick with me and you live longer. Fortune and glory. Hey, okay, look everyone, I'm gonna close off now. We've been live for about 56 minutes. I've just put out a video on a free search engine optimization keyword research tool. It's completely free. And it is actually quite good. And it generates a title for you that you could use on a blog or in your website somewhere to help you with your keywords. Please go and look at that. Hey, Andrew, you're always the daddy taxi, mate. You're always that. Okay, everyone, look, I'm going to say goodbye now, just so I can charge things up and check my son as well. Depends, Shavine, on how successful it is, really, doesn't it? Depends on how successful it is. Does it go down well? Does there an uplift in elemental users? You know, it all depends on how well it goes down. But I think it's a nice thing they're doing. Not many people do this kind of stuff, right? Alright, take care everyone. Catch you all later. Bye.